Hello one and all, I'm PALOFGAMES. Today I'm bringing you a War God / Bujin deck profile. So straight off the bat for monsters we've got 3 Mikazuki, 3 Yamato, 3 Hetsuka, 3 Hachi, 3 Murakumo, 3 Habakuri and a Honest. So the deck works that your Yamato is the main engine of the deck, and each of the end phases you get to send one, add 1 War God, and then you have to discard 1. Now for the most part you'll be adding and discarding the same card. Hetsukas are there to stop targeting. Hachis can destroy spells and traps, sort of like an MST. Murakumo is there to destroy a monster, destroy any target face-up card. And Habakuri is very similar to Honest, except for it doubles a Beast Warrior's attack. What's a Bujin? So I'm going to sort of go through the different plays and such you'll go. But for the most part, you'll want to team up Mikazuki and Yamato together because they work in excellent synergy. For spells, you've got Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, 3 Rise of Bujin, 1 Monster Reborn, and 3 Tenki. So Tenki is there as your search. It's like it not only gives Beast an extra 100, Beast Warriors even, but it also allows you to search out for Yamato or Mikazuki depending on what your hand's like. For the most part, it'll probably be Yamato. War God Advent is like you get 2 special summons when you don't control a monster and they do. For the most part you'll probably be special summoning furthermore into a Kakuzuki or a Susano. Sorry if my pronunciations aren't the greatest, but hey. For traps we've got 2 Bottomless, 3 Bujin Armament of Apparition, 2 Mirror Force, Horn of Phantom Beast, and 3 Breakthrough Skill even. So what happens here is your 2 Bottomless will be there to sort of stop their opening plays, their XC plays. Most decks will rely on that XC play first turn or such. Bujin Armament's great as it's a way of bringing back your Yamatos or bringing back your Habakuris, which you'll be wanting to ditch a lot. Or even returning stuff like the other 3 monsters, which from being banished back to your grave. You've got 2 Mirror Force, which is more or less staple. It's great defense when you've not got that Yamato first turn. Then run 2 Horn of Phantom Beast. This is quite an interesting card because it allows you to target a Beast or Beast Warrior. In this case, it will most probably be, well, it can be any of these really, except for Habakuri. And it gains 800 attack, and then if it destroys a monster, you draw a card. So it's a great way of buffing up Yamato to make sure it's not so easy to kill off. And also that extra draw power is always great. You've 3 Breakthrough Skill are mostly there to stop stuff like XC plays and a lot of stuff like that. Plus, when it's in the grave, you get to use it again, so it's quite plus there. I'd say the main problem with this deck is macro decks. This deck relies on being able to go to a grave first, then removing. So if they have a straight off macro play, that's going to be a problem. For an extra deck, we use 1 Gemknight Pearl. This is in case I use Fiendish Chain, which targets effect monsters. Because this don't have an effect, you can't target it. 1-Eyed Skill Drainer. This is great for when you're probably going to verse E-Dragons at some point, and you can use it to target a possible Mecha, Draco Sack, or a Big Eye. Big Eye being the one what you can send a material to take control of an opponent's monster, and Draco Sack being one where you can destroy a token to destroy a card. on the field. So that's something to keep in mind. Violent Distigma is similar, where you can detach one to target one basic monster, what has to be in effect. So once again, that's why it's great having a Gemini Pearl in here, in case your opponent's running similar stuff. And then you can equip it to your monster, and then if it attacks a monster with the same attribute, that monster's automatically killed. Run one Utopia Ray in your really hard spots, and you're able to go into Utopia. You can furthermore get into that and make some crazy plays. I run 3 Bujin Emperor Kagutsuchi. When it's summoned, you send the top 5, so it's a great bonus in terms of getting these in the grave. And then it gains 100 attack for each. I mean, if a Bujin card would be destroyed, a Bujin Beast Warrior, I should say, then you can detach material to prevent that. So that's always good. Utopia I've gone over, but it's as a card on itself, you can detach material to negate one. Susano, this is a great card. You'll go into it and then you can use it to detach one material to add a Bujin, or send one to a grave, whichever you prefer. Yeah, it's a great card for getting you your Matos or getting out of tight spots. One Constello Omega, it's all your monsters are lights, so no problem getting him out. And you can detach one to prevent all Constellos, basically just itself, from being unaffected by spells and traps for that turn. You've then got Shockmaster, which is good against stuff like elemental dragons or spellbooks, where they're dependent on one effect, one type of card like spell, traps, or monster cards, which you can detach one and declare one type, and that type cannot be used until the end of your opponent's next end phase, in which case you can just keep using his effect until he runs out of materials. Run one Brotherhood of a Fire-Fist King. This card's good in terms of getting extra searches from Tenki and such. And then on top of that, you can detach one to negate the effect of all face-up effect monsters crawling on the field until the end of the opponent's next end phase. That can come in handy when you're versing a particularly annoying deck, or you're against a Reaper or Marshmallow, because obviously they can't be killed normally by battle. I mean, I run 2 Star Liege Paladinamo. This is my favourite level 4 light XYZ, because you can detach to target one monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes 0. On top of that, its effects negate, and if this card is destroyed by an effect, or by battle even, you can and it's sent to the graveyard, you can automatically draw one. So it's a great plus for the deck. As for the side, this is just something I quickly whipped up. But I went for 3 Droll and Lockbirds, because a lot of meta decks will add to the hand, like spellbooks, elemental dragons can do, and mirror matches. It's great against mirror matches. 3 Effect Veiler. There's a lot of XC plays you can stop with this, like a Big Eye or Draco's Sack push you're likely to see. Then 3 Compulsories, once again against E-Dragons mainly. 3 Iron Imperial Iron Wall, because you're likely to see this card in play. I mean, it's hard because the deck removes a lot, but if you're versing macro, you need this to start off, just to stop macro in its tracks. But looking at it, I'll probably, instead of Imperial Iron Wall, well, Imperial Iron Wall is also good against E-Drags, but maybe MST is a better idea than Imperial Iron Wall. 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, mainly for the spell books. Great card to sort of slow them down a lot. So how would you probably implement these sides? So Anti-Spell Fragrance, I would probably, if I'm versing spellbooks, I'm most likely to take out the Horn of Phantom Beasts and possibly a Heavy Storm, because most of their plays will be straight off the bat. Then again, Dark Hole's also a good option, depending on what sort of variant they're playing. If they're playing a Starhole variant. Heavy is probably a better choice to keep in than Dark Hole. Imperial Iron Wall, as I've said, I'll use it against E-Drags. Most probably Horns will be not as useful against E-Drags. For most part, these will be your side-out cards. And you're likely to probably take out Dark Hole, maybe, or Heavy, depending on the variant, as I've said. But E-Drags, mostly you'll be taking out the Heavy. 3 compulsories. If you're versing E-Drag deck, you'll probably be taking out Hatchies, because they're going to be useless against it. Effect regulars, depending on what you're versing. Say, for example, you're versing a Mirror Match deck. You're most likely going to be not so inclined to use Hatchies. But, like I say, it depends. Depends on the variants. But only you'll know. Lockbird, as I've gone over, will mostly be against Mirror Matches. And sometimes E-Drags, depending. And Spellbooks, because obviously they search out with Spellbook of Secrets. And stuff like that. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful if you're looking to build a War God / Bujin deck. And yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.